All right, so today we're going to do a rapid fire review. So, first of all, what's a compound complex sentence? If you said a sentence with two independent clauses and one dependent clause, you're good to go. What's an independent clause? If you said a group of words with subject and verb that can stand alone, you're good to go. What is a dependent clause? If you said a group of words with a subject and a verb that cannot stand alone, you're good to go. What's a coordinating conjunction? If you said a word that connects two I or independent clauses, you're good to go. And what's a subordinating conjunction? If you said words that connect a D dependent clause to an I independent clause, you are good to go. All right, name the different types of compound complex sentences. So we have D, C, D, I, CI, D, I, semicolon I, ID, CI, ID, semicolon I, and where is it? It's around here somewhere. There we go. I, CI, D, and finally I, semicolon ID. Name the two types of punctuations between the I clauses, the independent clauses. We have a comma and a semicolon, right? So I, CI and I, semicolon I. What punctuation goes between a D dependent and an I independent clause? If you said comma, you're good to go. All right, and finally, what is the punctuation if the I independent clause is first and the D dependent clause is second? You're right, there is no punctuation. ID. D, comma, I, but no punctuation when it's ID. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at the PENS strategy. So remember, P means pick a formula. E, explore the words, thinking about the words in your head. Note the words, write down the words or type the words, and then search and check. Do you have a capital letter and punctuation, subject, verb? Does it make sense? Okay, so let's think about the PENS strategy. I've been given the formula D, I, CI. So I'm going to think of words in my head. It's snowing, it's cold. So I'm going to write, when it snows, comma. Now I think of the subject and verb. I want to ski, comma. Now I need to think of a fanboys, for and nor, but, or, yet, so. So when it snows, I want to ski, but I can't even just say that. I can't, right? When it snows, I want to ski, but I can't. Now, I could say D, I, CID, right? And I could extend it if I were to have the D by saying, when it snows, I want to ski, but I can't. So I, D, I, CID. When it snows, I want to ski, but I can't because there's that subordinate conjunction, because I have school. Now I have a D, comma, I, comma, C, I, D. Oh, okay, that was weird. Okay, what's going on? Sorry. There we go. When it snows, I want to ski, but I can't. Because I have school. Wow. I'm not sure what happened there. My apologies. Okay, so D, comma, I, comma, CID. Let's look at the next one. I, comma, CID. So I'm going to choose some more words. So today is Tuesday. You didn't have school today. So we didn't have school today, comma. We didn't have school today, so I slept in because I needed to rest. All right, so we have the I. We didn't have school today, period. Could do that, but I want to keep it together. So there's the C, fanboys. I slept in. There's the I, because I needed to rest. There's the D. Okay, see how that works? So there are lots of different ways to create sentences. Again, super fun to figure out the different ways. D, comma, I, C, I, D, comma, I, semicolon, I, D, comma, C, I, D, semicolon, I, comma, C, I, D, and I, semicolon, I, D. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.